People are willing to give 40 years at a 9 to 5 sitting in a cubicle. If you love that job, awesome. But I didn't. So then I thought, hell, what is 3 to 5 years of hard work, investing and learning something new, and then retiring?
The Bitwise index is, the top 10 index is $1 billion. So the moment XRP is freed, they have to buy a few $100 million of it.
That XRP will be in the top 10 of all crypto assets even 10 years from now. Essentially saying, from Dan Moorhead, one of the wealthiest people on the planet, that XRP is here to stay. So now banks can custody crypto. You and I are going to be holding crypto. What if this circulating supply is a lot closer to 5 to 10 billion? Well, then there's going to be 10 to 20x multiplier effects on the current price. What is up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. Let's dive into some rapid fire news. Today, the XRP price is at $1.19. We can see some nice volume right here on fiatleak.com. In a variety of corridors, meaning different currencies from different countries sending XRP as we speak. And a lot of volume is coming from the Korean won in particular. What's up with the market? Well, Bitcoin is still hovering around 47,000. Ethereum is roughly 3,500. Cardano is still holding up in the high $2. XRP's back at 120, and the Bitcoin price chart on the weekly is forming a nice flag. And I'm hoping that this does turn into a beautiful cup and handle pattern. Fibonacci retracement from the swing high to the swing low on candle bodies. We are sitting just under the 618 retracements. I'm still awaiting the RSI right here to pierce up through the purple and get a nice bullish continuation, as you can see back here in the past. When we did push up, what happened? We had a beautiful, beautiful run up all along here, as the RSI stayed up there in a very high relative strength. Also, we have a huge keynote coming shared by Ripple. This is the XRP Ledger XRPL Developer Summit called Apex. This will be on September 29th to September 30th. And we have some interesting keynote speakers such as David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, along with Mr. Alexis, the founder of 776. He's going to be having a fireside chat with Ripple GM Monica Long. And he's actually a co-founder of Reddit. Very cool. And of course, you can see the additional power players that will be speaking at this keynote, and you can join virtually at Apex. Next up, shared by Mr. Bedict of XRP Chat. We can see that Boss Revolution, a RippleNet partner, is launching direct cash-to-cash wallet transfers to Haiti via Moncash. Partners with Prism Transfer, a new money remittance player in Haiti. So now expanding through the Caribbean, something to watch for, as we know that Jamaica is also testing out their central bank digital currency. Next up, we have shared by Crypto Addy. This is an absolute must-see. Now, I pronounce this Celent, others call it Sealant. This is a leading research and advisory firm focused on technology for financial institutions globally. There is a Ripple screenshot right here from August 26th, just a few days ago, on this 2021 report. Based on the Celent research and interviews, this Ripple slide explains line of credit, LOC, of course, the huge product that leverages XRP, and it is near launch with XRP as the bridge, plus NFTs. So now there's more discussion about NFT capability, non-fungible tokens, this huge craze, this huge bubble that we are seeing. And there's opportunity in bubbles, guys. What does Ray Dalio typically say? As one of the world's greatest investors, an investor has the goal of betting against consensus to be right. So essentially, an investor has the primary goal of betting against what the majority believe and being right, especially with digital transformation. This is happening with or without my silly opinion. Looking at the screenshot, the Ripple offering, in development, NFT, CBDC infrastructure are near launch along with the LOC line of credit. All line of credit is essentially allowing these FIs, specifically these smaller SMEs, small medium enterprises, to buy XRP on credit, almost like buying on a credit card, sending their transfers instantaneously, and it allows these little guys, the small businesses, that don't have all these correspondent relationships to send money significantly faster. We're talking in a matter of minutes, rather than waiting 2 to 4 days. So it's essentially giving the little guys a chance to do what all the big players like HSBC and JP Morgan can do today, and Citi, because they own this monopoly, 80% of the cross-border market, and $155 trillion is sent globally across borders. This is leveling the playing field, and XRP is doing just that. And Ari, big thank you for always sharing amazing content. And speaking of NFTs, Matthew LINY actually retweets right on top of this. So now we know NFTs are without a doubt in development. And it's pretty obvious that NFTs were going to be a thing for the XRP ledger. Why? Because you can read the narratives, follow Ripple Insights, And you can see that they are typing articles and retweeting their own articles about NFT capabilities and features for the XRP ledger. Extremely obvious. The XRP ledger is one of the best ledgers in all of DLT today, with ample liquidity to do just that. And of course, with the XRPL Summit Apex coming, I'm sure there's going to be some exciting news, which is happening this month. And you know what else Ripple specifically was tweeting a lot and actually pushing? Was essentially emphasizing the fact that they are in fact SOC 2 compliant for the industry. And I think that's going to have a lot of relevance for mass adoption. And RippleNet is already SOC 2 certified. Financial institutions in other countries are using XRP today in payment flows. The United States SEC has got no arguments. So right here, Matthew, LINY, NFTs have the potential to revolutionize many industries. There is a reason Ripple, the company, is using XRP for this use case. Remember, the Peanut Butter Manifesto, they said they would never spread out beyond the cross-border market until they essentially know that they had that in the bag. This is not financial advice, but this is obvious information that I've been reading on a daily basis since 2017. And Sealant is not a small group. And this Sealant report is extremely interesting. And you can see that stablecoins are part of the future as well. But they do not solve the issue that XRP does. XRP can run laps around silly stablecoins. They can solve part of the issue maybe on the domestic side, making things a tad more efficient. But where are all the fees in today's ecosystem? International cross-border payments. That's where the trillions of dollars afloat are sitting in these pre-funded Nostro, Vostro accounts. Remember Dilip Rao, and now he actually retired Ripple, and he's an advisor for FlashFX. FlashFX of Australia just started announcing more on-demand liquidity corridors to specifically use XRP between a variety of countries. And again, Dilip Rao was not just some nobody, he was global head of infrastructure innovation at Ripple. I love his interviews, and this is shared by John Wick, actually retweeting a beautiful infographic that Status has made. You guys can follow Status right here. This is what he said, and this is the plan straight from Ripple's mouth. First, get banks onto RippleNet, the network of Ripple. Their private network of Ripple and all their financial institutions and banks that leverage RippleNet and their suite of products today. So first, you get them on RippleNet, they use the network, get them used to it, maybe using some blockchain or types of atomic swap technology, just kind of dipping their feet in the water, get them used to it. Banks are conservative by nature. Then, instead of settling with fiat, you get them to source liquidity using XRP. And then eventually, as you're holding their hand and walking them towards the light, you get them to hold XRP directly. The Holy Grail. This is from Dilip Rao, global head of infrastructure for Ripple. So basically, their goal is to hold XRP. Now, what do you think happens when they're holding XRP and the circulating supply is around 46 billion, but almost every partner we've discussed in terms of tech providers, Volante, CGI, ACI, are sending multiple trillions of dollars on a daily basis, 24/7, 365. So now banks can custody crypto. You and I are going to be holding crypto. What if this circulating supply is a lot closer to 5 to 10 billion? Well, then there's going to be 10 to 20x multiplier effects on the current price. 10 to 20x times the current price, if the actual supply is in massive demand. Now, of course, this is looking in the future, but this is something entirely possible. This is economics 101. Increase in demand, decrease in supply, pushes price up astronomically, especially when volume's increasing within these order books. Go on an exchange, look at the order books, look at all the buys, look at all the sells, and just read all those limit orders and get used to that concept. And look at the order book depth. That is something that will really get the gears turning. If you're new to crypto, this probably sounds like I'm just saying a bunch of nonsense, but there's a method to the madness, and I think it really will click the more you look at it. Also, another one from BEDX. So we have Cambridge Global Payments announces partnership with AMI Strategies. As we know, Cambridge Global Payments is in fact an on-demand liquidity customer. And of course, I'm sure we remember FleetCor actually specifically using XRP. So anyways, Dilip Rao, do not forget this quote. This is still the plan. Oh, and speaking of FleetCor, Ratha Kahneman. Ripple partner FleetCor has closed its deal with AFEX, AFEX, rumored to use RippleNet as well. Who doesn't use RippleNet? That's really the question. Because if you guys say, oh, well, this massive company is not using RippleNet today, well, all their partners use RippleNet. An 80-20 principle, Pareto's law, always works in business. So AFEX is the Associated Foreign Exchange. This is an international cross-border payments provider. And so you can see FleetCor completes AFEX cross-border acquisition. $65 billion in annual volume. 145 currencies. Seems like the perfect partner for on-demand liquidity because of the number of currencies. Of course, we know the relationship between FleetCor and Cambridge And what's this? FleetCor and Ripple team up to modernize payments on FleetCor.com. Back in 2018, oh, this is old news. Just kidding, because it's extremely relevant. Because Cambridge back then processes over $20 billion in B2B cross-border payments, 13,000 businesses, and they have an agreement with Ripple. And they actually piloted the use of XRP, the native digital asset of the XRP ledger, and payment flows through XRapid. Now, XRapid today is called ODL, On-Demand Liquidity. So remember, FleetCor launching this pilot program with Ripple, along with Cambridge Global Payments, which is owned by FleetCor, which is a massive international payments provider that is piloting XRP. I feel like I just said all this information 5 different ways, so you better remember. But anyways, according to this FleetCor earnings call, and Wrath Economy must follow, AFEX, this giant foreign exchange for a massive B2B international payments provider that has piloted XRP, is already integrated into their systems, migrating them to FleetCor's. So now AFEX is contributing another $10 million every single month to FleetCor's spreadsheets. Oh, and also Tweet is unavailable, got deleted, but AFEX is also connected to Ripple partner MoneyNet International. Breaking news, guys, from Gold Telegraph. Demand for physical gold in Germany is at its highest since at least 2009. Surprise, surprise. Hashtag satire. What's interesting on the Bitcoin price chart, along with the XRP price chart, is this monthly close, as we just had a new monthly candle begin with 29 days to spare. And yes, this RSI is still in an interesting territory. So is it possible that the bear market just begins, the fun stops for a while? Yes. But what do I believe? I believe we still get a nice run up by end of year, specifically for assets that have yet to breach basic retracement levels, let alone their all-time high price. Cough, cough, XRP. And Flare Networks is coming live. The SEC seems to be losing the case versus Ripple on a daily basis. And I cannot wait for Ripple to go through the SEC employees' trading activities regarding XRP. But of course, we're going to see where this candle continues on. And we're really just holding, so expect some volatility for this month. And of course, the beautiful, beautiful XRP price chart. As we're coming out of this cup, RSI is still holding about 60. Love to see it. And for fun, let's draw a super conservative Fibonacci retracement on the monthly XRP price chart. On the highest wick is swing high to the swing low of the lowest wick. And let's just see how we've retraced since then. So swing high, swing low, we're still below the 50% retracement. News flash, there have been assets that are all the way up here to the 4.236, so keep your eyes peeled. Would you like to be even more conservative? Sure, let's make the swing high on the candle bodies where they actually had an open and close at the same level. Well, let's do the same thing for this monthly, where there's actually the same close and open. How strange. And now, zooming in, we can see, yes, we're still above the 50% retracement. Beautiful. We wicked to the 702, but we have to break through this level. And as we break through this level, what will happen? The RSI is going to inevitably rise with it. If we can get that strength up, that volume pushes a little bit, it is go time. And then we can say hello to the new XRP all-time high prices. Next up, something you guys need to know is XRP is one of the few digital assets in all of existence, and it's the black sheep of cryptocurrency for good reason, because it legitimately threatens the utility of all these old legacy tokens. When I mean legacy tokens, I mean assets that have been around that are just layer 1, layer 2 protocols. It does threaten a slice of the pie, but I believe there's going to be more than enough. As you heard, Dan Moorhead of Pantera Capital, one of the largest crypto hedge funds in all of existence, was one of the first Bitcoin funds and is up on their Bitcoin investment by 58,000%. What did he say? Well, that's funny. They invested in the XRP back in the day, and he said that XRP will be in the top 10 of all crypto assets even 10 years from now. Essentially saying, from Dan Moorhead, one of the wealthiest people on the planet, that XRP is here to stay. So whether or not you believe me, that's fine. But let's listen to another gentleman who has a background at Goldman Sachs, and of course, this is Mr. Raoul. And of course, this gentleman is from Real Vision Finance, one of the largest YouTube channels in the world of finance today. And he likes XRP too. Seems like a lot of smart people do. And of course, Anders L coming in and explaining this. Not only the fact that there are many use cases for XRP, but the myth that on-demand liquidity is not used when it did over $2.4 billion in volume for XRP. That means real financial institutions were using XRP. And total flows by end of year were over $2 billion. That's utility. That wasn't just me and you buying for fun. That was actually being sent via ODL between remittance networks or between these financial institutions that use XRP today. And do I believe that this number will go into the trillions at some point? Yes. Trillions. Remember, 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. We're at 2. We're at 2 billion. What do I see? Upside. Show me the other coins that did over that number, over $2 billion in actual utility flow for institutions in 2020, utilized by real businesses, not just retail. You can't. Now, of course, XDC and all these other assets have great potential, but I just want to remind you guys, XRP is almost 10 years ahead. Really paving the way. And all these other assets are going to continue to succeed provided they get the liquidity and just keep chipping away. But don't get it twisted. The XRP ledger is far superior to many and is well ahead in terms of integrations. It's not just the tech that matters, it's live integrations and how easy it can be rolled out. And thanks to the single API plugin and how quickly they can deploy their network for users and these dinosaur banks, even via cloud, is a no-brainer. So listen to what Mr. Raoul says. And this is shared by FudFit, so thank you.
Now, I know a bunch of Bitcoin people hate it. It's not decentralized enough. I don't care. It's, are people using it? Yes, a lot more than most people realize. And what's amazing about this setup is you can't buy us on any of the exchanges. And it's not in the Bitwise ETF. The Bitwise ETF is now $1 billion. The Bitwise index is, the top 10 index is $1 billion. So the moment XRP is freed, they have to buy a few $100 million of it, as everybody else can, because the exchanges will have it back. So you're setting up for a hell of a nice run if this clears up. What's interesting about...
You just explained a potential outcome of this index fund potentially having to spend and buy up on the market several $100 million worth of XRP. What? I don't care about maximalism. I am here to make money in this space with a variety of small caps, mid caps, and established high caps such as XRP. Across the board, XRP Crypto Wolf, Nigeria's central bank, partners with a fintech company to launch a digital currency. This company is called Bit Inc., trying to help create their digital currency by end of year. But this is how the game is played. Look at this. So Africa's biggest economy announced plans to introduce this virtual ledger 4 months after banning crypto transactions back in February. Talk about fickle. Just sounds like all the FUD when India banned Bitcoin 1,000 times, and each and every time Bitcoin went higher and higher and higher. What do you think happens? Oh yeah, and then of course the SEC tried to ban US traders from buying XRP, and of course links in the video description. You can exclusively buy XRP forever on KuCoin, BitTrue, Uphold, but I personally use Caleb in Brown. You guys can get a discount if you so choose it. That's where I will be taking all of my XRP post-moon profits in an extremely compliant and regulated way. I've tested them out for quite some time now. Big user, direct swaps, limit orders, you name it. This is how the big boys do it. There's no fee to start. You just create your account for free. The only catch is that each trade has to be greater than $2,000. I even had them wire 6 figures to my bank account. Sometimes you can even have them send USDC to Coinbase if you want, or to any exchange really, or cold storage wallet. And even their bank wire arrived in roughly 8 hours, which I was really impressed. And XRP Crypto Wolf still putting in work, guys. Be sure to follow this gentleman. And I just wanted to wish him a happy birthday. And I hope everything is well in terms of recovering with his health. And I know you've been a good friend the past few years, always sending me information on a daily basis. My DMs are flooded with you. Wishing you a speedy recovery and sending good vibes. But anyways, Ripple and other top tier exchanges are moving 126 million XRP. Ripple moved 30 million XRP, and its ODL corridor is Bitso and CoinsPH. Now, CoinsPH, essentially in Philippines. Bitso, of course, between the Mexican corridor and the US dollar, and we saw that on Fiat Leak, and all that money flowing pretty well. But isn't it funny that Bitcoin is banned 50 times, 100 times, whatever, by India, and the price always goes up? The SEC tries to ban the price of XRP. XRP crashes to 17 cents. If XRP is a scam, why is it well over $1 when it was at 17 cents to 20 cents? At the beginning of this year? I mean, even in January, it was 20 cents. But it's up roughly 6x, and nobody, at least nobody that's tech savvy, could buy it. Only the well-versed crypto traders that actually have accounts on many exchanges are willing to buy it. Seems like the game is played this way time and time again, and people never learn. And people are still commenting on YouTube videos saying where to buy XRP. Guys, all links are in my video description, every single time. I have people DM me, hey Kevin, what's that one service you use? Links are in the video description. Every YouTube video, go to my description, and even on my Twitter, on my pinned tweet, everything, along with Instagram, Linktree, whatever. Also, we have one of the Flare time series oracles, aka FTSO providers or signal providers for the Flare network, explaining that they're moving ever closer to the release of Songbird. This ticker or abbreviation for the crypto will be SGB. They actually provided a video detailing all the current exchange listings, so absolutely beautiful. We can see Nexo and Uphold and Binance are included. FTSO.UK along with EU, AU, all of them will be many of the signal providers that I will be delegating my Spark tokens to them so that they can vote on my behalf, and then I earn a passive income in doing so. And there's going to be videos. I know the XRP community, the Flare community, the crypto community is great. We're going to be doing videos. I'm assuming it'll be extremely simple because the benefit is you actually get to keep all of your Spark in your wallet and just allow them to vote on your behalf, and then you get paid directly in Spark tokens. And the rewards, I believe, don't quote me, I think the rewards are given out daily. But I'll have to check in. Of course, I'll have to go talk with my buddy Flare Community, or Community Flare. And speaking of XRP being the black sheep of crypto, specifically in the payment space, I think API 3 is the black sheep of oracles, hashtag undervalued. And yes, I know they announced over 125 API providers in a single go, and one of which is the Open Bank project with 400 APIs of banks that includes HSBC. And this is backed by the same guy that I said, Dan Morehead, who invested in Ripple years ago, the largest crypto hedge fund in the world. And the backers of API are Emergo, one of the founding entities of Cardano. And let's do some logic. ADA is basically reaching the moon as we speak. Even since 3 pennies and 5 pennies, since we were buying it, and they invested in the API 3. Digital Currency Group invested in the API 3, and they're essentially the backers of Hedera, Ripple, Kraken, Coinbase, Ledger. And then you have Pantera, one of the largest first movers in crypto hedge fund history, and they backed API 3. And people are telling me API 3 is not going to make it? Laughable. They have short-term perspective, and I have long-term vision. Keep an eye on NFTs, guys. This is much more than just a silly bubble of buying JPEG pictures. Those people that think that are going to miss out, and those are the same people that were arrogant enough to think that the .com bubble was just a fad. The NFT ecosystem is going to impact trading cards, collectibles, anything that can be tokenized and eventually make its way toward real estate and any other type of derivative product. Tokenization is the future, and this is a trend that we've been observing. So keep an eye on this. Very cool. You even see professional athletes making NFTs as well. And of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, the beer holder, so to speak. Just watch how this news and narrative evolves over the coming years. So anyways, we have millions of XRP on the move. We have new ODL corridors. And also Gold Telegraph just highlighting the global debt today is $277 trillion. I don't need to repeat that. We can see the Standard Chartered, an early investor in the company Ripple and RippleNet, and of course one of the founding members of the Global Payment Steering Group that is essentially having the goal to make RippleNet the standard. And of course the former president and CEO of the DTCC was head or chairman of this Global Payment Steering Group. Well, they've become the first bank to join a global digital finance, this alliance of firms working collaboratively to raise the standards for crypto. Interesting. Thank you, Matt. We have SBI making massive moves, a huge shareholder of not only just Ripple, but also R3. And of course, the CEO has specifically said his dream, we'll see if it happens, is to basically create a synergy between R3 of capital markets, huge money, and then Ripple to use XRP. And of course, you've seen the documents of MoneyTap, their domestic application in Japan, already integrated with RippleNet. And please remember, Dilip Rao's quotes, get them to settle with fiat, then get them to settle with XRP, and then get them to hold XRP. And yes, thanks to Brian Brooks, formerly the acting comptroller of currency of the OCC of the United States government, which is a huge deal, FYI, banks can custody, meaning they can hold cryptocurrencies. And people are going to still speed through this and miss what's really happening. Cryptocurrency adoption. Ups, downs, but higher highs and higher lows in due time. FTSO.UK again, the trick is to find ways to make your Flare, your Spark token work for you by delegating your vote to an FTSO provider such as FTSO.UK. You actually will be generating passive income. This network will be live 24/7, 365, and time is on your side. Remember, the goal, for me at least, is to have every single asset that I have paying cash flow. Cash flow is king. And as long as that's paying your liabilities on a monthly basis, you're earning more money than you're expending, you're good to go. You can travel the world, you can do whatever you want, you can save enough money for your kid's college fund. That's what I do. And it's so fun just planting seeds, just like in that one book, The Richest Man of Babylon. That whole concept, it's a super easy read, like honestly. Like, honestly, I feel like a 5-year-old could read that book. But the basic principles in that book, The Richest Man of Babylon, I think every entrepreneur will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Also, like, ego is the enemy. That is awesome. And also, Lunar Crush. Big congratulations to XRP, the coin of the day for September 1st. 24-hour highlights. We can see the alt rank is about 5 out of almost 3,000 coins. Up about 5%. Yawn. Let's get moving. 12,000 social media mentions. 27 million social engagements. And 500 plus average hourly social contributors. And Lunar Crush, thank you for the tag. And as I'm doing this video, look what comes out. Jack McDonald, CEO and founder of Standard Custody, and also backing PolySign, created by the creators of XRP themselves. Notice, we are committed to helping legacy institutions participate in the financial future. The potential of DeFi is boundless. Entrepreneur.com. Setting the stage nicely. And so I'm happy that they're sharing all of this. Discussing DeFi, it's much more than just concepts of farming and staking, and it's actually led many people, and a lot of the conservative, traditional financial background people, to believe that this novel industry has little practical use. So our job is to show the practicality and spread the word of utility. Invest in utility long term, you will be a massive winner in this market. Most people get lured into gambling with meme coins and doing too much leverage when they're trading and they lose their net worth. And that's not my cup of tea. I'd much rather build my wealth slowly but surely. It's not the sexy thing to do. It's not even super fun at times. It's boring. It requires waiting. But now I'm at a point where I never have to worry about anything again. People are willing to give 40 years at a 9-to-5 sitting in a cubicle. If you love that job, awesome. But I didn't. So then I thought, hell, what is 3 to 5 years of hard work, investing and learning something new, and then retiring? And now I make YouTube videos in my free time. I'd like to do one every single day, but I like researching a lot too. And last but not least, we have James Filan, one of the few attorneys providing valuable information for the XRP community. And he is sharing Status's infographic, and Status is right here, must follow. Links are in the video description as well for Status. He actually provides a community poster. I have it right above my monitors right now. I can see all my XRP community members right above my computer desk. So it's beautiful to see, and it's always just a cool reminder as I'm doing these videos. I'm actually looking at that as we speak. But anyways, we have the upcoming court dates between the SEC and Ripple. I did in fact retweet this, and I encourage you to follow Filan Law along with Status. But that's enough out of me, guys. We'll see how long this video is, and I will catch you in the next one.